Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviriyam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May God protect both teacher and student. May He nourish us together. May we work together with great energy. May our studies be enlightening. May there be no hate among us. Om, peace, peace, peace. Thank you. So, once again, before we speak on any subject, do you have anything that you want to ask or share? I was hoping to see Adarshi, that she has been asking about her neck problem or sinus problem. I thought I could speak to her about that, but nevertheless, if there is anything other than that.
Live.
All right, so if there is nothing to ask or nothing to share, I was hoping to talk on something about detachment. I think we spoke about it some time ago, but I still felt something that I can share. And then we should find some time today to do the Yoga Nidra and transcendental meditation. So first I thought I wanted to share is detachment possible? Is it possible for us to practice? Whatever that we do, whatever that we are into, can we develop a kind of a detachment? Which means first we have to realize what is detachment. In order to know what is detachment, one has to first know what is real and what is unreal. You can only develop detachment to something what is not real. So what is real and what is not real? And obviously in that, once you know it, that what is real and what is not real, in other words, what is permanent and what is transitory, or what is the absolute truth and what is relative truth, then you can try to develop attachments to something that is permanent, something that is real, and something that is absolute truth. And that is possible only when you start detaching to what is not real. So there are theories, there are arguments about whether to develop attachment to something what is of higher values or higher consciousness or God, or call whatever name that you want. Or is it possible to detach first and then develop the attachment? Something that one should contemplate upon. it is both way, whether you develop attachment to the something what is permanent, something that is real. And when you are attached to that, all other things automatically will be detached. Or is it that you start dropping what is not real, detaching from what is not real, which will lead you to the something what is permanent, something that is real. And therefore you get attached to that. So in either case, we're making no judgment and no decision on what is the right thing to do. But in either case, idea is to distinguish in our day-to-day life. There's no need for any higher studies or any greater amount of awakening on that. It's just into our morning to evening, our mundane activity. We had to be aware as to what is really of the nature of permanent. What is the nature of real? What is the nature of absolute truth? And when we say, to begin with our body, that the body is obvious. You see the body, everybody sees the body. And with the body, your attitude, your mentality, your personality, if that is real, then you get attached to the physical form of the body. In other words, the physical form of the universe or existence. But once you have the knowledge and clarity that all that appears, which includes your body, at gross level or physical level, and at subtle level, all that exists is merely an appearance, and it is that energy, it is that power, it is that higher consciousness that enables this to exist, that enables this appearance to be seen. So in that case, what is real? Is it what you see is real, or what you cannot see is real? So ultimately, what you see is something that only your limited ability of seeing that allows you to see what you see. But beyond what you see is the power, is the energy, is the divine design that enables things to exist, things to appear. For example, going to a movie theater and you are watching a movie and you get so engrossed in watching different roles that are played, and you get connected to some of those performances or some of those roles, and you think what is on the screen is real, at least for that 2 hours that you are in the hall or watching the movie, wherever you are, at home or in the hall, you find what is displayed on the screen is real. But the important thing is to be aware that all that you see on the screen is merely an appearance. It is projected on the screen. What is real is the screen on which it is projected. If there was no screen, there cannot be any projection. So in our, similarly in our daily life, what seems to be obvious, what seems to be natural, what seems to be appearing very clearly as real, ultimately it is not real. real is something that you cannot see. It only allows through its power to give the appearance to different vibrations, different frequencies and energy. So it's more of a nature of illusion. So our literature, our Vedas and Upanishads declares that as the Prakriti or a Maya, which has two important roles to start with. One is to cover the truth, and second is to project what is not real. And that is the greatest mystery of this manifestation, that the why is it to start with, that the Prakriti or a Maya is of the nature of covering the reality, covering the truth, and projecting what is not real. So under that power of Prakriti or Maya, we tend to see what is projected, what is manifested, and unable to see what is hiding behind, or what is enabling all their existence to be available to us. That power. So when you contemplate on subject of that nature or with that kind, you come to a point where you realize that your attachment to something that is not permanent, something that is not real, can give you pleasure for a time being. All that we pursue, all that activity that we undertake gives you some amount of pleasure, or if not pleasure, then we try again to, our all activity is actually aimed to feel happy. There is no one who doesn't want to be happy. So in such of that happiness or the pleasure, which we mistakenly think our activities of pursuing success, pursuing some amount of status, whatever that you say, gives us happiness and pleasure. Yes, it does, but it lasts not forever. It does not last. And while it is provided, the happiness of pleasure that is provided, it also gives you some amount of sacrificing your private life, your personal desires. So, and that is not permanent. When you study all that in your day-to-day life, then you realize, why am I doing this? Let me do it only for the sake of doing it, because I am taken this life and I must perform my role. My attention and attachment must be to pursue what is of the nature of real or permanent. Just identify it, recognize it, and study that, if not literally, but mentally. When I say study that, I mean contemplate on it. Be in the realm, be in the mode of knowing what is not knowable. When that is your state, that knowledge, that ultimate peace, joy, light, love is revealed upon us. It is not that we could get it or we could understand it. It is simply revealed to us. So it is some amount of intuitive experience, which is hard to describe. And all that we study all that is available in form of literature or in the form of wisdom is in original state was revealed to some of those saints and rishis. So they cannot claim having acquired it. None of them can claim acquiring it. They can only stay humble of saying, we were just being and not doing anything. So when you stop doing anything, first and foremost is you stop creating new karmas and agami karmas. So you are in the neutral state of your mind and your existence. You are not doing anything. You are simply being in this form of life. And we are simply being in form of life, engaging yourself in praising, in watching the breath or the vital energy that is available all around us, noticing that consciousness, that Atma, that is ultimately the power and the consciousness that pervades everywhere, which is eternal, omnipresent, omniscient. So if you go on doing what is known as manan on it, keep doing manan, which is contemplation, stay in the mode of doing that contemplation while you are doing whatever activity that you are doing. Ultimately, the truth is revealed to you, which is what you need to attach to. Now, many times people, when we speak about detachment in attachment, people with the limited understanding, they only think, how can we develop detachment from our families or friends or work, etc. But it does not mean that you get separated or detached from your family or friends. You remain, as I said always, remain in your role. We are all playing our role, whatever role that we are given to perform. Do your performance, but with the clear, very clear understanding and mental knowledge, knowing that we are only playing role. By playing role, I am neither doing anything or expecting any rewards. I'm only performing, like any actor. We are all actors in any case. So when you have that attitude, you sooner or later will not have the attachment to those activities and those relationships. You will remain cordial, you remain in harmony, you will have the affection, the love, all that is fine. But you will not be greatly attached to those relations and those activities, because you are only pursuing a life of knowing the absolute truth. So in that sense, detachment from whatever that we are doing is a good practice to start doing. Now, there is a little real story that I thought I will share with you. A very, very dear friend of mine in US lost his granddaughter. The granddaughter was age of 6 or 5 or 6. And she was extremely bubbly, brilliant, and smart girl. Very healthy from the birth. And at the age of 5 and 6, she died within 2 minutes, or no, within 3 minutes, she died. She had no past record of any health issue. no complaints concerning any of her, let's say, pain or suffering, nothing. As a reality, she actually came back from school. She went out for swimming, she was cycling, and suddenly she screamed for mother, complaining that she has headache. There's a pain in her head. And she screamed about the pain in the head. And they rushed her to hospital. And before reaching hospital, which is less than 7-8 minutes because hospital happened to be neighborhood, she passed out. And the doctors could not diagnose what caused her this sudden death. Absolute shocking for parents and grandparents and everybody. Very healthy, very smart, very charming little girl. She was fond of butterflies, so her school has decided to dedicate a butterfly park in the school in her name. And parents decided to donate all her organs and told hospital to keep the body and use every organ of her body and donate whoever requires. So usually it is always the eyes and stuff like that, but in her case, every other organ were perfectly healthy. Every organ was healthy. There was no illness at all. So the medical science, after studying for 2 or 3 days, kept the body in the hospital and decided that all organs are in such a good condition that it can be removed and donated. So kidney, liver, pancreas, eyes, every organ, every single organ that is required, they removed from the body and donated or used for any other patient. So when I heard about this, my immediate reaction was that it was such a peaceful, blissful death. And that person, the little girl, is a blessed soul. She did not suffer at all. She did not let anybody suffer because of her problem or her death, because it was so sudden. And her organs were useful and gave a life to so many other people. It's like a visiting angel. Angels visit us, and then when time comes, angel have to go back home. And so is our life. It can happen to any one of us, anytime, anywhere. Important is, do we have the angelic qualities? Are we in position to say, I had a good stay in this place, called this home. I had a good time, and I did not cause any suffering to anybody, and it's time for me to return home. So, and I told the parents and the grandparents that you can feel sad about it, but be happy that you had an angel visiting you for 5-6 years. And when time came, angel had to return. So, of course, it's hard for anybody to digest such things, but I could not resist saying such things to them. And I'm sure when things are more of peace at home, they will realize that there's nothing we could do. None of us can do nothing. All of us, when time comes, it's time to depart. No medical science, no matter what you like, what prayers you do, whatever that you may do, You cannot, you can delay it, possibly, maybe with this modern medical science or your intense prayers, etc., or some blessings of some higher souls. You can delay your departure, possibly. I'm not sure, but you cannot stop it. And that's absolute truth, that the soul has the journey. This was only a little stop, a little station that they took a halt, and soul must continue the journey. With these situations, you can contemplate what is the point of having attachment to so-called relationships, family relations, friends, your work, your career, your status, all momentary. 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, 50 years value. After that, maybe 2 years people will remember, 3 years, 5 years. People have to go on with their life. They may not, but if you are a person who spread smile, who spread love, who spread unselfish service to friends, it could be 5 people, 10 people, 20, 100, whatever. But when you share happiness, when you share joy, love, I'm sure it will stay for a very long time. So develop kind of detachment to what is not permanent. Attachment to your higher self, to your consciousness, to your Atma, to who you are in reality. Sat Chit Anand. And this is not something that I'm trying to preach. It's something that I just recently have been contemplating because of this incident of my dear friend's conditions, losing granddaughter. So I've been thinking about doing my meditation on it and speaking to him and his family. And I thought it's something that I should share. So if there is nothing more that you like to speak or talk or share, I would suggest we do some amount of meditation while you lie down in Savasana. Just relax your body. If there is no mat around you and you don't want to lie down, you can sit, but relax your body. Relax your body completely. Just lie down on your mat or on the floor. Treat yourself just as a body, just a body. Yeah, just no special feeling for yourself. Just lie down. Just simply lie down as if you're lying to get a good sound sleep. Just lie down. While you're lying on the floor or on your mat, try to remain absolute still. Do not move any part of your body. Remain absolute still. Keep your awareness very alert and remain awake. Do not fall asleep. Now try to relax your different part of your body, different joints and muscles, starting from your toes. Engage your mind in watching your part of your body, starting from your toes, ankles, calf muscles, knees, thighs. Doing a formation of relaxing your entire lower body. Just loosen up your body, loosen up your lower body. Slowly move your attention to your pelvic region, thigh joints, lower abdomen, stomach muscles. Notice subtle movement of your stomach muscles with your inhalation and exhalation. Move your attention to the lower back or upper hip area. Moving upward to a small curvature of your spinal cord, the part of your back not touching the floor. Moving upward to your center of your back, your upper back. Relax entire back. Just loosen up all your muscles. Shift your attention to your diaphragm, your chest, shoulders. Relax your upper body. Visualize your fingertips, your palm, wrist joints, elbows, upper arms, underarms. Relax your arms completely. Loosen up your neck muscles, your face muscles. Relax your entire body. Be aware of your subtle, natural inhalation and exhalation. Watch your breath. With your eyes closed, try to visualize the surrounding. Identify every single object that is surrounding you. Try to be specific about every object that you visualize with your eyes closed. All objects in the shape, name, form, color, size. Try to shift your attention to your hearing. All different sounds that you hear, however subtle. Try to notice every single sound. Now realize the touch of your body on the floor. How many parts of muscles are resting on your floor? Starting from your heels to your hips and the back and the head, your arms. Part of your joints or bodies or muscles that are in contact with the Mother Earth. Slowly bring back your attention to your breathing. Watch a slow movement or a flow of your breath. Cool air going into your nostril, warm air going out of your nostrils. Realize if exhalation is from both nostrils or not. Slowly shift your attention to the tip of your nose. With your eyes gently closed, try to visualize the tip of your nose. Stay focused, watching tip of your nose. Realize in order to visualize it, you need to roll your eyeballs to the inner corner of your eyes. Lower it slightly to watch your tip of nose. Now, very gently, slowly, gradually move your attention to the point in the center of your eyebrows. With your eyes closed, try to focus the point between two eyebrows on your forehead. Realize that in order to bring attention on the spot, you need to roll your eyes, inner corner of your eyes, and roll it little higher and hold it. Hold your attention effortlessly at the spot between two eyebrows. Each time you lose the attention, gently bring back your focus and watch the substance, the energy, the vibration, the frequency by watching the spot between two eyebrows. Feel the sensation. Spot known as the third eye is a pineal gland, known as the spot of a divine energy or divine light. Try to imagine a soothing light at that point. As you watch the divine light, feel attracted to that light and love. by watching this spot and feeling the divine light and the divine energy, you have overcome, you have transcended the body consciousness. You feel extremely light, energetic, joyful. And you choose to leave this body. As you come out of this body, you are floating. And this floating light, the floating divine light, full of love, peace, and joy, is able to see your body lying on the mat. As it continues floating, it moves upward. It moving higher and higher and higher, that it can see not only your body, but now your house, your building. As it grows higher, it can show the entire area. It can see the house of your neighbors. It can see the city. As it's going further up, it is floating among clouds in the sky. You see few lovely birds flying around you. As you float a little more higher, you're crossing the clouds, passing through all clouds higher up. Now you are above clouds. In a perfect, peaceful condition. You see this divine existence. You see this limitless existence. You have no other experience apart from love. As you are in the state of bliss, you are fully aware of the existence. out of a state and feeling of love, you choose to descend. You choose to descend to complete your role of this lifetime. And you are happy. You are happy to start descending. You are floating to come back. You are now crossing clouds again. You see few more birds flying around you. As you come closer to your city, your town, your area, you could recognize your house, your building. And you are able to see yourself, your body lying. And slowly you enter your body back. You are back in your body. You're watching your breath again. Try to bring the sense of seeing with the eyes closed, the sense of hearing. Feel the touch of your body on the mat. Allow yourself to be body conscious once again. Slowly try to wake up your body. By gentle motion of your different part of your body. Starting with your toe joints, your ankles, your knees, your thighs, your middle body, your arms, neck, and head region. Slowly turn to your right. Continue holding your eyes gently closed. With the minimum movement, try to sit up. As you are sitting comfortably with your eyes closed, recall your journey of leaving the body, transcending the body, and experience of knowing your higher self. Let us chant Om 3 times. Om. 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 Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya loka samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, God, for giving us air to breathe. Thank you, God, for giving us water to drink. Thank you, God, for giving us sun for energy. Thank you, God, for giving us good health and happiness. Thank you, God, for giving us positivity. Thank you, God, for giving us all that we need. Thank you, God, for your love, your protection, your guidance, your blessings. Thank you, God, for the existence. Thank you for giving me a chance to serve you. Thank you.
Thank you, Acharya ji.